into giving North Dakota and Basin Electric those funds?
Well, since I'm in North Dakota, I guess I should agree with the governor. No, what we do is we look at a lot of things. We look at the viability of the project, the health of the company. Does this make sense? As you know, they have an experience about carbon capture technologies. It's a progressive company. So there are a lot of things that really made a lot of sense here. And as explained by Senator Dorgan, these are competitive processes. We in the Department of Energy try to put the taxpayer dollars where we think it can do the most good. And quite frankly, North Dakota has incredible energy resources. Not only coal, but you have oil, you have natural gas, you have coal, you have great wind resources, you have a lot of land that can be used to sequester carbon dioxide. There's a lot of things going for North Dakota. So, and it makes a lot of sense.
The scientists at Basin and the scientists at DOE have put a lot of work into this. I mean, there's a lot of research and work and homework that's gone behind this decision.
Now, did they get free reins now to go with that money, or do they have to keep in contact with the government and what they're using that money for and allocating the resources?
Pretty much use it for anything you want.
Senator Conrad wanted to split 80-20. No, we have to go through a cooperative agreement process of negotiating all those fine points as to how we communicate with them about the process that we're going through and timelines of reporting, those types of things. So it's not give me a check today and we go spend it. There's a lot of work yet that has to be done.
So when do you expect to start using, or have you already started using funds?
We just got announced it.
No, but they're already putting money in the project, and they have been for some period of time. The state has too.
Right. Because you're your own, but the hundreds of billions of dollars that you guys are putting in, besides the government's money, what have you done with those so far?
Right now, where we're at is in the technology development stages. We've been working with vendors across the country trying to identify that right technology, and we've been at this for almost 3 years. Everything that we've been doing has been funded internally by Basin Electric and its membership as a cooperative. And it's a lot of work that's been going into it. We paid for the feasibility study. The Industrial Commission is going to split 50-50. The front-end engineering design study that will come about after we select that technology vendor. So,
let me make a point. This money didn't just emerge from nowhere. This is part of the Clean Coal Power Initiative Round 3. And we in the Congress, at the President's request, and I chair the subcommittee that did it, put $800 million in for CCPI Round 3. And that is designed especially to try to address these issues of how do we continue to use coal in the future and sequester carbon, protect our environment. So this $100 million and the Secretary's ability to announce these and make other grants comes because we passed a piece of legislation called the Economic Recovery Act. That's where the money comes from, and it's how it got here.
Did you expect that some of this money would come to North Dakota based upon your own goal there?
No, there are areas where we earmark funds in the Congress. This is not one of them. This money in the Clean Coal Power Initiative goes to the Department of Energy. They make the decisions about where they invest with respect to this new technology. We have no role in it in the Congress.
One thing I'd throw in is Basin Electric owns Dakota Gasification Company. They take lignite coal and convert it into synthetic natural gas. They pay a profit-sharing payment every year back to the Department of Energy, back to the federal government. They have paid back many, many millions in profit-sharing to the federal government. So they're making significant payments to the Department of Energy, and that's something that we've pointed out, that they not only are moving ahead with new technology, but they've made this technology successful already, and in fact are paying DOE on what they're doing already.
We're going to have time for one more question, okay?
Mr. Harper, we have, as I understand it, you have a $300 million loan from the USDA. You have the financing that's being put in by the Basin Electric itself, and now you have this money. I mean, is this money going to pay off the USDA loan, or can you? I'm just trying to get a more global understanding of the financing here.
I appreciate that. The fact of the matter is, this is $100 million sets up here. The $300 million loan that's being made available to us through the Rural Utility Service will be reduced. So in other words, if you've got a $300 million project, we'll use $100 million and then $200. That's how it will work. And again, I want to emphasize very strongly that that is a loan that the membership of Basin Electric has to recover through their rates.
But as a result of this, the loan is up to 200 million instead of.
Whatever that number may be, when the front-end engineering design stays done.
Are you still, I understand this is kind of something you're working on with power span, is that still the case?
They are one of the vendors, yes, that we're working with.
Thank you all.